I mean, TikTok really gives out virality to these makeup products like they're candy. Every single day we have a new viral product. But like, I find it fun. I like it. But of course, as a makeup reviewer, I am here to tell you if it's viral because it's new or if it's viral because it's actually good. So I took some of the products that I'm seeing most frequently on the internet, not just TikTok, but on the internet right now, and I'm gonna put them all on my face. Now, the main inspiration for today's video, I'm finally trying the new Kosas Loose Setting Powder, but I also have some other things that are on my radar. Like, I tested on Thursday these Glow Recipe blushes on skin tint, but I want to see them on a full coverage foundation. I have an update for you on the Rhode Peptide Lip Tints. Some of the stuff I've already used in videos. You've seen them before, but I'm continuing to test them and updating you as I continue to use them because, like I said, I'm just not a channel that will talk about a new product and never talk about it again. You're going to hear about it again. You're going to see me use it again, even if it seems repetitive. I like for you to experience testing it out with me as the trials go on. So we have a good mix of new, first impressions, second impressions, and getting close to the speed review status here. Let's get into it. I am going to have all of the products that I'm talking about links down below in the description box for you. Most of these are available at Sephora except for one, just the Rhode, but everything else is... Jose just scared out of me. The printer's in my studio and he just printed something. Okay, so to get started with complexion, these two products are not brand new. I've been testing them for a while. One has actually already been in speed reviews, but the next one, I'm like struggling to get a full grasp on it, so I want to use it again. So for base, I'm going to use the One Size Base Thinner, which I have been loving. I'm seeing this everywhere right now, and I want you to know, I think that this is a product that is worth the virality. I don't really think I have a product that works quite as good as this, as it's supposed to. So I'm going to use it in two different ways. Now, my skin is on the struggle bus right now. It has been so dry in Maryland that no amount of my favorite skincare can cure it. The back of my hands are flaky. It is not a good situation right now. So if any dry patches show, it's just my skin, not the fault of the makeup at this point. But this base thinner here from One Size is very skincare based. Like, that's the background of the ingredients. I love the way that this makes my skin feel all on its own. So I'm just going to have that underneath. And on this side of my face, I actually want to mix it with the ABH. I want to continue to test how this... No, I'm lying. I want to test that foundation all on its own without having to mix it. But anyways, this also does really good with thinning bases. It's perfect to pair with the ABH, which is a little drier, more full coverage. It's more of a matte finish. And I feel like this really does transform the ABH foundation when mixed in. But I just want to use it as a base underneath. But I've already done the update. I love this. It is worth the virality 100%. Now, this one, the virality, the attention as it happens with the internet has died down already, but not my perseverance to get my final thoughts on it. So I once again am going to be using the ABH Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Matte Foundation, even though I have sickeningly dry skin right now. I'm using the shade 1.5N. So I've really had mixed opinions about this since my skin is really struggling right now. You know, I don't know if it's the foundation or my skin, which is why, even though I've used it enough to put it in a speed reviews, I just don't feel quite ready yet. I feel like I just put way too much on. I've really been enjoying the Makeup by Mario F4 brush, but actually let me just use, I'll just use my normal brush for this and blend it in. Gosh, this is so crazy full coverage and matte, but it looks really good right now, and I'm attributing it not looking as dry to the amazing One Size product. I mean, this is for a certain client, let me tell you. I think oily skin, or if you're somebody who really likes to get down with a good glam, full beat, I think you will enjoy this. But on a dry skin day, this has looked not so fab on me. And like I said, I've been trying to figure out if it's my skin or if it's the foundation. But today I think it's looking really nice. I went in yesterday, my skin was hurting, with a really intense Kiehl's moisturizer mask. It also saved the back of my hands, by the way. I'll have to share that with you because it is like my SOS treatment. Anyways, I feel like that really has helped the dryness today. The severe dryness. I do have brow gel in my brows. Yeah, so I do see it is looking a tad dry right now, but not as dry as it's been looking. So have I gotten any further in my feelings? It still can look a little heavy, but it is quite perfecting, quite blurring, quite full coverage. No, I definitely like it. Is it worth the virality? I would say so, mostly because it's different to what a lot of brands are launching right now. It's a lot more natural finishes, skin tint, glowy finishes, those types of products. So I love the juxtaposition here of like 2018 Full Glam Beat foundation, honestly. And I think that this is nice. But of course, I do have foundations where I don't have to wonder so much. Like if I want this effect, I think I would go towards the Makeup by Mario foundation. That one is really perfecting, really full coverage, and isn't as showing off my dry skin. So this is good, but it's not a great one, if that makes sense. I didn't pull a concealer. I don't have one, so let me go grab one real fast. I just popped on some concealer really quickly so we can complete the face here. In the internet world, a month's time of this being launched and popular is a very long time, so this one has died down, but my love for it has not. I really like this from Rephr Beauty. This is their liquid contour and mellow, which I've already speed reviewed, got my opinions on this quick because I was using it a lot, so I'm breezing by it. This is more of to stay on theme and not really a featured product of the video. But if you were interested in picking this up and you missed my previous thoughts, this is beautiful. It's just as I thought it would be. If you're at all familiar with the liquid blushes, it just blends easily. I would say it's like less pigmented than the blushes, which is a good thing really for the contour because you don't want to look muddy. But great consistency, easy blend, doesn't mess with anything underneath. No notes, just overall an extremely lovely product. Okay, let's get into the goods though. I was really excited to test out. I don't know if it messes up my makeup underneath. I'm bringing in reinforcements here, but I have the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Nice and My Dewy Flushes, which is recently one of the most requested product for me to try, and I tried it on Thursday. Yes, I tried it in Thursday's video over a skin tint, which they say that this is more of a skincare product. It's like a serum that's tinted. It's really not meant to be used. I'm trying to figure out how to verbalize this. I think that this breaks up makeup. I haven't tried it yet. I'm predicting that this will break up makeup. So Glow Recipe is advertising this not as like a makeup product, but a tinted skincare product, so they can get away with it not working well with actual foundation, so that they can say, no, you're not meant, it's not a makeup product. So I actually did try it over a skin tint, and these didn't break up anything underneath. I'm intrigued. I need to see how this does over makeup, because I loved the way these looked over the skin tint. But we're trying something a little bit more heavy duty now, and that's my prediction is why their marketing has been so heavily that this is not a blush. And if it does break up underneath, we'll use the new Rephr Beauty blushes instead. So, moment of truth here. This is a second impression. We'll do Watermelon Flush. Smells good. It is fragranced for my fragrance haters. No judgment, but I like fragrance. But you'll see it does feel like a serum, very thin, very hydrating, which I loved it when I wore it in that video because my skin was super dry, and between the skin tint from Makeup Forever, which is really hydrating, and this, which is very skincare based and hydrating, I loved it. Okay, I mean, I'm using a light hand right now. This is that F4 Makeup by Mario brush I was showing you earlier. I feel like it's having a harder time showing the pigment over this more full coverage foundation, because when I used it over the skin tint, I felt like it had a lot more color. It seems that the foundation is eating the color away, but that's a good thing for my blush blindness, right? This keeps me at bay, but that looks really pretty. Has it broken up anything underneath? I don't think so. Now, I did see a couple comments where some of you said on other creators that this was breaking up the makeup underneath. I just have not experienced that. I'm using it a little bit more gingerly here by putting it on the back of my hand instead of blending it out. I just feel like this is too thick of a consistency for this. So I'm going to use Berry Flush since I feel like we didn't get enough color, and I really want to see as I build it up, does it mess with the makeup underneath? No, like I think this product is stunning. It definitely is not as pigmented if it's being mixed in with a fuller coverage foundation, a more heavy duty product, but it's slowly building up really nice. It has that really pretty glow. I mean, I feel like the proof is in the pudding. This is gorgeous, and it feels very hydrating on my skin. Is that a patch I noticed right here? Hold on. It's hard to tell. It's at the side of my face. I think that this is a beautiful product, and it allows for a more subtle blush. Of course, I really built it up to test its limits here. I love this. I think they could have advertised this as makeup. Really, I think it's beautiful. I'm just putting a little bit of whatever's left over on my foundation brush. Oh, I think that that's stunning. I am quickly gonna go over these. I've already gone over these from Rare Beauty, the bouncy blushes, but I want to demo them again because I think they're just phenomenal for what they are. I mean, we both know Rare Beauty can throw down an amazing blush. So this is like kind of a putty formulation. I feel like it's a little creamier. The pigment builds up really easily. This is Truth, and I just put too much pigment on my brush. What is most incredible to me about this is the buildability of this. Oh my gosh, if I just use the lightest touch in Truth, I can get the most natural flush, or if I go a little heavy-handed like I did, my blush blindness comes in play, but it looks so blurred and smooth on the cheek. It looks airbrush, and normally I'm not into this style of blush, but I don't think I've ever come across one that was quite this pigmented but still gives that airbrushed look. And I said, you know, if you don't want to wait for the launch of these, because they aren't launching until the end of March, I just got like one of their early releases here. K-Beauty does have products like this, but I've never used one that was this pigmented. My only negative here is that I have two shades that look quite different. This is Hope. And when I put these on my cheeks, I piled them on, I couldn't tell too much of a difference between the two shades. But the formula is delightful. I think this is going to be phenomenal, not just on oily skin types, but it's going to be phenomenal particularly on oily skin types. But obviously I have dry skin, and I have nothing else to say other than raving about it. So I think both of these blushes are gorgeous. The Rare Beauty has a little bit more of a matte finish. Glow Recipe, definitely dewier. It is more serum based. They're both different in their own right, and they're both great in their own right. So two great formulas, different purposes here. I will say when I did, I can't shut up about these blushes, but when I did go over the foundation brush here, the color did wipe away pretty quickly. Now, I did not notice an issue at all with wear time the first time that I wore it, but we'll see. So this next product that I have was very heavily requested by you guys. It is a first impressions. I just got it in the mail in PR. So Kosas launched their Cloud Set Loose Powder. their super viral powder. So originally, let me show you. Everybody loves their pressed cloud sat powder, myself included. I'm trying to open it here. So they launched the loose version of it. Now, this is translucent candy, and this is candy. This one looks a lot lighter. I'm nervous. This matches my shirt, but I'm nervous because normally these pink shades looked a little too pink on me. Now this is supposed to brighten, make skin look airbrushed, smooth pores, fine lines, featherweight formula, melts into skin, reduces excess oil, talc-free, non-comedogenic, 4 shades. We'll see how I feel about it and if I want to compare it to the pressed. But I like the pressed powder a lot. I don't like it for under eyes, really. It can be used for under eyes, but I like it just for finishing the face and lightly setting the face. So let's see. I am the ultimate judge of a loose powder, if you ask me in my biased way. I'm picky, is what I'm trying to say here. Ugh. I'm not being very satisfying with this. Ugh. I've been getting so many comments like, where's the Kosas powder? What do you think about the Kosas powder? We're gonna see today. Personally, don't come for me in the comments. I know there's a debate on this. I like a little bit of talc. It just blurs so well. We'll see. Making a mess. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see. I'm gonna move you guys in, because you'll be able to really tell up in this area here. They sent this along. It looks really pink. I don't know how much this is gonna brighten. Okay, it's not that bad. Definitely looks brighter once applied. Does it not look a little dry on my under eyes? I think I need the talc. I would say I don't dislike it, but I feel like it's emphasizing the dryness a little bit, right? And that might just be the foundation. Like I said, I'm having a bad skin day, but I know I told you I might compare it to the pressed version, but for review's sake, I need to see if it's the foundation, my skin, or the powder. So I have to use my good loyal Huda Beauty powder on the other side, and that will tell me how it compares, how it is, because this is golden standard. Like, if it doesn't compare to the Huda Beauty, there's no point. That's not true, but this is what I use. This is the benchmark for me. Okay, what do you think? Huda Beauty or Kosas? Wait, sorry. Did not blend that enough. Okay. So 2 things are true at once here. It is a little bit my foundation and skin right now that's looking dry, because even the Huda Beauty is leaving something to be desired. But it's sitting a little heavier on the Kosas side. A little more powdery, whereas the Huda Beauty just melts into the skin. So I think this powder is good. I do. And the pink did brighten surprisingly well, even though I was worried that it would be too pink. So I do like this color. Great brightening power. But it's sitting just a little on top of the skin, comparing it to the Huda Beauty. So I think it's a good powder. But if you're a die-hard stan for Huda Beauty, like Huda Beauty I think is still better. But I still think it's good, but I can just see this a little bit of dryness here. So I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty Makeup Extending Spray, which might seal in this powder and make it totally fine. But this does work, and it does help make makeup last longer, in case you were wondering. I did the comparison test the other day where I put 2 eyeshadows and I sprayed one and the eyeshadow stayed, so. And I love the mist on this. I feel like I have a lot of control with how much hits my face. I give that a second. Well, let me focus this. That might have been a little too focused. Okay, well that was fun. Unfortunately, it is an unfair comparison for the Ghost Sauce to go against the best powder ever, in my opinion, the Huda Beauty. But it's the best way for me to give my honest opinion. And it's a good powder, for sure. It's better than a lot of other powders out there on the market, but Huda Beauty is still my queen. But the setting spray did kind of push that powder in. So it looks pretty close to the Huda Beauty now. Okay. For eyes, I've seen not a ton of talk on these, but if you're interested in the luxury market, there is a lot of talk on the Beautifying Eye Trend palettes from Charlotte Tilbury. Not good talk right now in terms of just the packaging versus price point. I do have a full dedicated review if you want to check it out, but in that review, I was having trouble with this super neutral. I felt like the shades weren't blending as smooth, and I've used this again since, and it's not like love at first application kind of situation, but I still want to use it to make sure I'm not crazy. Maybe my eyelid was having a weird day, so we're gonna try these again. My overall thoughts was these are good, but it's up to you if you want to spend the money, right? It's not Charlotte Tilbury's best work, and that might be enough for you not to want to purchase it. I've tried a lot of Charlotte Tilbury palettes in the past. These are not the formula that I love, but they're not bad by any means. But let's see here. Since I was struggling for whatever reason, I want to get this on both eyeballs. Okay, so what direction do I want to go? I'm going to take this Nikki LaRose BK Beauty brush on this light shade right here and just run this over the whole eyelid area. We're gonna make sure that it all blends seamlessly by doing this. And let's play with the more gray tones today. So I'm gonna start off with this shade right here in the corner, because I don't think I've done too much with these shades yet. I'm just gonna circle this back and forth, side to side. We're doing well. Have you guys gotten your palettes if you've ordered them? What do you think? I know it's just like a little controversial here in the luxury beauty community, because it's true, this packaging isn't all that, but I just feel like something's off. But it's not bad, but it shouldn't be bad for $60. But also she did reduce the price point of these, but like, should she reduce the price point of these for it to be lesser quality? So many things, so many balances here. That blended nice, honestly. Very, very nice. And if you are struggling with the edges, just go in this shade. Okay, I liked that. Smaller brush, deeper color. Going back and forth, taking this a little deeper into the crease. This shade is really quite gray. I'm just gonna press this in the middle of the eyelid. Okay. I will say I'm not having trouble today so far. This is nice and pigmented. And then I just need to see with this really focused and smoked just a little bit. The deepest shade, almost black. It's like a super dark charcoal shade that can be red as black on the lid. And then we're gonna use this sparkly shade, which I just know is beautiful. Yup, very glimmery and special here. The Diamond Dimension formula. Now I worked a little bit more careful today, but I did not have any issues with the mattes. So maybe that was a weird situation, I don't know. And then I'm just gonna use this gray, kind of bridge and blend. Wow, what a pretty cool tone look. I'm gonna run this along the whole lower lash using a pencil brush. Sorry, I'm like taking in this makeup and taking in my time. I just went into the deepest shade. I'm keeping this more on the outer third. And then we'll do some eyeliner today with this as well, just pressing it into my lash line. Next up, mascara. I have the Benefit Bounce Mascara. I've been toggling between two, but I've mostly been wearing the L'Oreal. So what did I think of this? That's why we do these videos. Did this one flake? There's two different bristle sides on here. I'm just doing both. One for volume, another one is more like a comb for separation. I prefer the comb side. I'm using the volume side right now. My eyes are watering. Don't blink. Separating. I feel like the separating... Hold on, I can't talk. I feel like the separating comb works. My eyes are irritated. Don't mind me down here. Just doing my lower lashes. They're so puny. I have to really look straight down. This wand is not great for puny lower lashes, but that's a personal problem. I really want to build up volume, and it's doing a nice job here on the outer half, since we do have a little bit more of a dramatic eye makeup. Oh, I have some trash to talk about the lips, you guys. We'll let that dry, and let's move on to the two lip products that I picked today. Obviously, the most viral lip product right now are these dang Rhode Peptide Lip Shapers. And I told you guys in my initial review, which I definitely want you to check out if you're curious at all about these, that I needed to see the test of time with these if I wanted to reach for them, to truly tell you my thoughts. And let me tell you, I have not wanted to reach for them. I've come to conclusions, I think, about these guys. I'm debating. We're gonna use Twist. Okay, this is what it looks like. So they're okay, but they're not functional for me. Because I eat, I drink, I snack, I smack my lips a lot. So these don't set down at all. And in fact, as soon as you touch them, they kind of blur out. So functionally for me and my lifestyle, these don't last long enough for me. I need to seal in with a regular, longer lasting lip liner to get any value out of these. These are more so lipstick sticks, if you ask me. These I'm going to use more for color. This is Lunge that I'm putting in the center here, all over the lips. And they have a pretty blurred look. But when you rub them out, they blur out, which I have found at times makes me look like I don't know how to apply makeup. Like, it just looks really messy around the outskirts of my lips. It looks like a child applied them and just blurs out the lip line to make it look very unnatural. So I haven't wanted to reach for these, really. They just don't last long enough for me. And Rhode has been getting a lot of flack, honestly, for these not being long wearing, and I feel like they're kind of doubling back now, and they're like, no, we never said that this was long wearing, which is true. They never said it was long wearing. But when Haley applied it, it was like a lip liner. And yes, this can be a really nice shadow for the background of the lips, but it's kind of an unnecessary step for the average person, if you ask me. And I just feel like the second I blur it out, blend it out, it kind of disappears, which is why so many people in the beginning were like, I really can't see the swatches. It's because they blend out kind of into nothing. I like how creamy they are. I like the application. I still stand by that, and I think there can be a place like this in somebody's routine. But for me, the type of makeup that I do, I'm just not reaching for these a lot. So this is honestly the first product from Rhode that I'm not head over heels for. I think they have so many other amazing things in their line. And you guys said there's a lot of K-beauty products out there like this. I just like something with a little bit more longevity. And then the last product, these I just recently tried, but I'm still trying to get a feel for these and if I like them or not. These are the Laneige Glaze Craze Tinted Lip Serum, and these went super viral. One, just because it's Laneige. Two, because of these applicators. And you guys, it's like a little donut and it's squishy, and I have an opinion on these. So I'm gonna use the shade Sugar Glaze, which is deeper. Definitely deeper than it looks. Let me show you. And it's pretty. It is like a little bit more serum-y. It feels a little more like it's gonna travel, comparing it to the original kind of butter balm situation that Laneige has. It's thinner for sure. Smells like brown sugar boba, which I really like about that. and it feels nice and hydrating. I don't love this. Like, I don't think it's a necessity. I don't love the Super Viral applicator tip. It's messy, if you ask me. I feel like it kind of goes everywhere. I need that angle to keep it contained. I do have smaller lips. This, I feel like the product kind of goes everywhere. So as cool and as squishy as this applicator feels, it's a nice little cushion. Functionally, I miss a nice angled applicator. So I'm not even mesmerized by the applicator here. But I think the product is nice. It's a gloss. I don't know how more into detail I can go about a gloss. There's so many glosses out there. So I like the smell of this the most. And I think these have a nice subtle pigment, like just enough to buy a couple different shades. It's enjoyable to use. But is it anything that I'm like going crazy over that I'm going to be screaming on the internet for? Probably not. But that's another product where I'm going to leave it in my speed reviews drawer, of course. And I'm going to see how much I actually end up reaching for it. I really love how the look turned out today. I think overall my makeup does look really, really nice. You know, all of these products have gone viral on the internet, and some are worth it, some are not. For me, the most worthwhile, I think the Glow Recipe is fantastic. The Rare is fantastic. The One Size is fantastic. Those are the worthwhile ones. The ones that I'm questioning, the Rhode, I think that's the worst one. But like, probably not worth the hype, probably not worth the hype. Potentially not worth the hype. This was a first impression, so I'm still working on my thoughts on it. But anyways, here's your reminder that as a consumer, I think the best thing that you can do when you see a product going super viral on the internet, if you're unsure about it, wait. Just wait a little bit to see if people are still loving it and using it when the hype goes down. Because what becomes viral really is just what becomes new, right? And the test of time is really the ultimate test. And that's really why I'm here to kind of bring everybody down to earth and tell you whether or not it's worth it. I mean, I get excited about new makeup too, obviously, or I wouldn't be here. But I love doing these full testing videos to tell you, as somebody who's tested thousands of products, what really is going to stand up against existing products in the market. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you've tried any of these products, be sure to let me know your thoughts down below. Oh, I just kicked the camera. Very sorry about that. I'm mostly curious what you guys think of the Charlotte Tilbury, because I don't know. I'm having real mixed opinions on it. The Rhode as well. Let me know your thoughts. I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. The products that I tried for the first time today will be put in my speed reviews drawer for me to test further. After I've tested them in multiple ways, multiple wears, with multiple products, I will feature them in an upcoming speed reviews. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.